Alright, so I'm trying to make sense of all this information about just changing out brakes. That's all I'm trying to do. But it's such a hassle to learn all this new stuff. It's a lot of pieces, a lot of parts, a lot of interactions, a lot of possibilities, a lot of probabilities. Some things can go before others. Some things are sturdy, but it's recommended to change them anyway. And I have to wonder if there's bias behind it. For example, with Les Schwab, they recommend changing out the caliper and putting in a remanufactured one. Now, I told them that I wanted to have the pins and the little boot things on the caliper checked out, cleaned and greased if need be. And they just say, pay for another caliper. Just buy a new caliper at $74. All right. It's not Les Schwab's business to inspect anything, really. They're just there to replace whole pieces. So I'm at a loss with trying to get like experts work done like at the most cost-saving method. Instead, Les Schwab wants to just replace everything. So that leads me to trying to work with somebody who's more I don't know, just hands-on, is interested in doing a little bit more detail, because I need a little bit more than that. Les Schwab said they could inspect the. Well, no, he just kept saying, okay, he never actually said he would inspect the ABS sensor. He just said, yeah, we can run diagnostics. And I'm like, can you do a live read? And he's like, yeah, we can do a live read. But doing a diagnostic is not the same as inspecting the ABS sensor. Okay, I don't think they can do the ABS sensor. They can't. I don't think the employees are paid to say what they really can't do if it's kind of a gray area. They're just. I said, hey, I need the ABS sensor checked, and he's like, yeah, we can run the diagnostics. That's what this one guy was saying. So it sounds a little hazy there. I really need to have the ABS sensor checked out. So there's several things that need to be done, and I'm gonna have to write these down again. I think there's caliper boots, which those are the cheapest things. I don't know if they're sold separately. If I kept the calipers, which is a good chance I really want to, I'll just wire brush them down and then grease them up. I'll replace the slide hardware on the calipers whenever I can find, somewhere I can get these wheels off and stuff. I think I'd like to replace the slide hardware and the calipers. I don't know if I really want to replace those calipers. I could get a loaded caliper which would have new slide hardware in it, but those calipers are what, like 10 pounds or so? I don't know, maybe 5 pounds, and they're somewhat thick. They look pretty strong to me. On the outside they look a little corroded, and it's always nice to get new ones, nice shiny new calipers, new rotor. That way when you look in that wheel well, it looks all pretty and shiny. That's what Les Schwab is going for. A lot of people like to have that pretty look. Some people will even paint the brakes, the caliper brakes. One guy said, okay, for the caliper, if it's not leaking and the piston is not sticking, it's fine. All right, so that's something that Les Schwab would not inspect for. They would just replace it. It's either replace it or don't replace the caliper. So It's something to think about. And the more I think about it, the more I want to stick with the caliper. But now I'd have to find a mechanic who's willing to work with me on trying on just making these necessary inspections.